Hey, hey, hey.
What to do? What to do?
Welcome to the Be Yourself and Keep It Real podcast with your host, Mr. Hook Brown over there, the man who is in charge. And you all know me, the real Ebony Queen, the woman who knows what's going on. Tonight, we get to talk to some couples, I hope. So, anybody want to join us? You definitely can do that because this one's for y'all. What would to get who you're dating or who you're married to? What did you bring to the table? Did you bring sex? Did you bring substance? Did you bring security? Let's hear it. Like what did you bring to the table there, Hook?
Shit, all or nothing.
You brought it all there. You just plopped it right there
All
on
or
the
nothing. All or nothing. All or nothing.
So in other
You
words,
got.
you're gonna give it all or you're not giving a thing.
You want to go in. You know what I mean? Like you would want to be with somebody who gonna give all or nothing. If you gonna give all or nothing, I'm gonna give all or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I get it.
Not some. You want all.
Yeah, you're right. Um, you got to you basically how they always say yes, a love affair is a 50-50 thing, but it really isn't. It's a 100-100
Right.
because you're not going to give half of everything that you're doing and
Right.
say the other half of you're going to go all in if you're going to be there.
Right.
you know it's like buying a ticket to a concert. You're not going to split that ticket
Right.
with somebody. You're going to have your own ticket to the concert.
Right.
I personally, with all of the above. um, because am
You got a
I'm willing
feedback.
to
You got
work.
some in the back. They got a feedback. You got something you playing in the background to give us some feedback.
I'm sorry, what? Oh, somebody on?
No, I was trying to ask you if you had some in the background with a feedback, but it's straight now.
No, I don't actually.
Oh, okay.
Mm-mm. Nope, it
Okay.
is quiet as a church mouse pitching on cotton in here. Anyway, that's something my mom says. But
Right.
yeah, I basically bring it all to the table. Um, I am willing to work. If I wasn't already a licensed, pharmacy technician, I'd be working as a truck driver most likely.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm not a stranger to hard work, and
Right.
uh, and I'm smart,
Right.
so I know what needs to be done in a relationship in order for a relationship to survive and the people in the relationship to survive. You
Right.
know, so yeah, you can bring it all. There's some people out there that I'm pretty sure are in relationships that are one way,
Right.
and I've heard of people being in relationships that one person is giving like 100%, the other person is not doing anything. Um,
Right.
so and of course you already know my take on that. It's like there are 8 billion people on this planet.
Right. Right.
So were you ever in a relationship where you had to do most of the work for the most part? I mean, did you find
Um,
yourself I won't say in the relationship, but like you are looking into being in a relationship with a person and then all of a sudden you're like, no, I can't be in a relationship with them. I'm doing too much.
right. Like
Have you
I don't been in a relationship like that. Like um, the person, expect you to do so much, but they really ain't giving you nothing but a little piece. You know what I mean? They give you a
Yeah.
little penny, a little pinch of the pie. You know what I mean? Because I don't be understanding. Like some women be expecting so much from a man, but they only want to give you just a little pinch.
Yeah, they're out there. They're usually
And I
called gold
and I,
diggers.
and I really don't understand that though. How could you expect to get so much? You want all the world from the man, but you only want to get a man a little pinch.
Well, I guess it really just depends on their past history. Sometimes they've been in relationships where they were the ones giving it all, and so they've decided in their next relationship they're going to be different. Um, And then, of course, a lot of people learn from how they're raised because
Right.
that's an option. That's also there too. Um,
Right.
so it just really depends on circumstances. A lot of people have conditioned responses to new people having been in a relationship with somebody that took from them all the time.
Right.
So
But you know, you got some women when they get in a relationship, they think that because they giving you some pussy, it could be good or bad. They swear because they giving you that, that's everything. They coming to the table, they bringing that to the table. But in reality, you got to look beyond that. Pussy
yeah,
can't pay no bills. Pussy can't, you know what I mean? You can't do nothing with that. You know what I'm saying?
you can
So,
budget it.
but I'm just saying, like, you can't do nothing with it. You know what I mean? You can't do nothing with it.
Yeah, that's what. And it's kind of funny you would mention that because there's a lot of women out there that think just pussy is a great Valentine's Day gift. It's like no, no. If he can get
Right.
that, if he can get that when you are together, that's not a gift. I'm
That's
sorry. I am of that ilk that look. No, giving that part of yourself, that's not a gift. That doesn't qualify as a gift.
right.
Not Christmas, not New Year's, not birthday, not Valentine's Day, not Fourth of July, not Thanksgiving. No,
Right.
you got to be. If you want substance, you got to give substance. It's as simple as that.
But some people don't believe in that.
Yeah, they'll get it when they're like lonely,
Don't believe in that.
and then again, there are some people out there that actually want to be the ones to do everything. Um, most guys would call them simps, but there are people out there that actually like doing that giving and being the one that's doing all the work. Um, Now, ladies, that guy is few and far between. Very, very, very rare. Like seeing a dodo bird.
I mean, like, man, it's just crazy, man. Because a lot of women they expect just because they give you having sex with them. That's the key to everything.
Well,
But
and I will tell you, there's guys out there like that. Well, actually, with guys, it's even weirder
uh,
because with women, a lot of women equate sex with love, sex with marriage, sex with, hey, I'm giving my whole self to you. That should be enough. But there's
right.
guys out there that will have sex with a woman and think he owns her.
Well, shit. If he well, shit. Why not own her?
No, it does
Why
not work
not
like
own her?
that. It does not work like that.
Why not
Just,
own her? If
just,
she
just,
giving you
just like
herself, if she come
just
to you and she say, "I'm baby, I'm all yours," that means you own it. That's yours.
no, 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 no. It doesn't work like that.
Why you
No,
think
I'm
that?
saying no. I'm not saying if she's saying that, then that's okay. Okay, but if she is not saying that, there's the problem. The
But
issue is that if she's not saying, "Oh yes, this is all yours, you can own me," if she's not saying that and he thinks he owns her, that's where the problem comes in.
so what does she tell you? I'm yours. So when
Okay,
you tell me I'm yours, mean I own you.
well, yeah, not in all the sense of the word, but yeah. I mean, if she's okay with that, then yeah, that's cool. But I'm talking about the men who think that just because they had sex with a particular person, and she has never said this whole "you're mine, I'm yours" kind of thing, that thinks he owns her. That's where the problem lies. And then, of
Right.
course, there's a lot of guys out there that that's all they can give.
Right. And that's a lot of women out there could do the same. Who just that's all they could give too.
Yeah, we're a lot smarter than you guys, though, unfortunately.
Man, if a nigga ain't up on this game, man, he could read through that shit when he first see it.
Yeah, if he's lucky.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if I fuck with a woman, if I'm gonna fuck with a woman, I see it and I talk to her, I'm gonna ask her straight up. What could you bring to the table? What can you offer me that I never had?
And see, and interestingly enough, a lot of people
Now,
don't ask that question.
but I'm gonna ask her and see
Oh
what
yeah,
her
you
response
would.
is.
Yeah, because I mean, and
I done
that's
had
part, and
motherfuckers in
that's
my
part of the
time talking
problem.
about I'm giving you me. Okay, and I say, okay, I say, I ain't talking about you. What could you bring to the table? What could you bring beyond that? And what
I
you could
already
give me
know.
that I never had?
I
You
already
get
know
what
what
I'm
you want.
saying?
I already know what you want. You want
What
a
I
list.
want?
You want a
What I
list.
want?
You want a list as long as CVS's receipts.
Nah,
That's what you want. You want
nah,
a big old list.
nah. You heard the
I'm
song? I
fucking with
just want the simplest things. Just the simplest thing. That's all I want. Just the
you.
simplest
Okay.
thing.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want none of just the simplest thing. That's it.
Now, you know what's interesting about that, though, truthfully,
Hmm.
is that there are a lot of people out there that are going on these dating sites and they're going on, like, even Facebook for that matter. I mean, ugh. But they have no idea what they're looking for. Like,
Right?
they they come out there and they're like, oh, well, I want a man that does this and this, that, and the other. And you're going, and you look at these things like, okay, but it's got to be more than that. Like,
Right.
it's got to be more than that. And if you don't know exactly what you're looking for in a partner, unfortunately, and I know this happens to a lot of people, you wind up settling for what you got instead of getting what you want. And so, what tends to happen, of course, is that that person isn't as compatible with you as you thought, and now you're like stuck with them.
But
And
see, not to cut you off,
no,
but
go ahead.
go back to what we talked about the other day about molding. Molding. Listen, molding
And
play a big part in a lot of things now.
yeah,
Y'all, some people don't think that's true, but molding play a big part. You might meet somebody you like the person. You might be like, damn, I love this person. I like this person, right? But I just gotta mold him or mold her just a little, give her a little tweak,
yeah,
and then we'll be good.
yeah.
You
I
get what
mean,
I'm
as
saying?
long every like me personally, I'm always willing to learn something new. I'm always the type of person that I am always trying to add to my arsenal of knowledge. So if you have somebody who is willing to learn, then by all means, yeah, teach. Absolutely. Teach, mold, whatever. Um, but if they're resistant to that, then you just move on, I'm sure, right? Because I mean, there does come a time where, there are some people out there that just don't meld very well with being, I guess, molded. Some people need to change, but being told to change is, you know, probably something that a lot of people don't like.
Right.
Um, but the best thing you can do is probably try to model what you would like them to be, and hopefully they will get the hint. But a lot of people like that just don't like being told, "Hey, yeah, look, you're acting like this, and that's not acceptable." You know, a lot of people get defensive, especially narcissists.
Man, listen. Like in my past, like I used to date this woman a long time ago. Like shit, I showed her a lot of shit. I showed her a lot of shit. She
Okay.
ain't know what to do. And when
Yep.
I molded her
Hmm.
and showed her the shit to do the right way. To this day, people that that knew, they say that, damn, she always say you the one taught her this and you taught her how to do this. Cause it's not only her, it's other people too.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like, you can come in there, you mold them and show them certain shit, and they'll get heat of it, and they know what time it is.
yeah. As long as what you're showing them is pushing them in a positive direction, absolutely. I mean, it's helping them move and grow as a person. I think that's great.
Yeah, because not
But you bring
everybody,
up,
not
hmm,
everybody that we get involved with in our life gonna be perfect for us, right? Not everybody gonna be on A1. You got to always do a little tweaking and molding.
eh,
That's everybody. You got to do a little tweaking and molding because they're not all gonna be A1 for us.
well, I would I would agree with you, but I can't.
Why would you agree with me? I'm telling you the truth.
Well, because it's not everybody, it's just most people. You can't be all encompassing in that one, because I actually know of a lot of different people, especially people in my family,
Uh huh.
that are literally perfect for each other,
Mhm.
and they have they have beautiful life. They're married. They have kids. They go. They travel. They give back to the communities. They go to church. I mean, like I said, you can tell because you can see the energy that passes between the two of them.
Right.
It's absolutely phenomenal. So it
Right.
does happen. It's very rare,
Yeah.
and if you don't do the work to find that,
Right.
then you won't. I mean, it's serious. But yeah, most people would get together with somebody that's not 100% compatible,
Right.
and there are, but again, there's a lot of people that say, okay, well, that's not a deal breaker, and
Right.
they'll do, they'll ask, they'll talk, they'll teach, they'll learn. I hope.
You ever notice, right? You got people they love you so much, right? And then y'all so happen to leave that person alone. They'll try to find somebody that look like you.
Hey, you are not wrong about that. Let me tell you.
Hey,
But you know
they'll
what? I
try to
think so.
they'll try to get them a nigga look just like me and shit. You get what I'm saying?
Well, there's a lot of
And
guys.
that,
There's a lot of
I mean,
guys.
they try to get a nigga look just like me, nigga tall like me and everything. They try to get a nigga look like me, but there's only one me. You know what I mean?
Well,
One of a
yeah,
kind of me.
but there's a lot of tall, bearded guys with you know with bulls hats. Okay, remember, there's
I
8 billion
understand.
people on this planet.
Yeah,
But
it
yeah,
is.
but here's the thing though. They really need to figure out what it was that wasn't compatible between the two of you and fix it. Not try to find another you.
But you know what? Some people they things that they looking for from out there for like they say somebody looking for something out of me, right? And some women they like niggas that just freely get them money like that, right? And they may say, okay, well, if he ain't doing it like that, I can't mess with him. I need to get somebody who gonna freely give me money like that. And you got some women that feel like you could come in and take care of them and her kids. You know what I mean? They ain't your kids, but they want you to come in and take care of her and her kids.
Hmm.
But even though they come as a package, but you still gotta understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It don't work like that.
not really.
You
But
understand what
you're
I'm
right.
saying?
I mean, there are some people out there like that. There's guys out there like that too. Unfortunately, it's on
Right.
both sides of the fence.
That's what I'm
Um,
saying. You know what I mean? Why not? Like it's if you get in a relationship with somebody, sometimes you can sit down and y'all talk about which lay it on the table right then and they're like, okay, this is what I'm looking for, and this is what I'm looking for. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's how y'all can be on the same page and know if that's something that y'all want to do.
and people don't do that. That's what's so jacked up about today's society as far as dating is concerned, is that you're going into it blind. Like, you have no idea what you're looking for. You have no idea what you can contribute to whatever you're going to go into.
Right.
You got to know. I mean, you really need to know. Like,
Right.
I know what I'm looking for.
What you looking for?
I am looking. Actually, I'm not.
What you looking for?
I am not actually. Um I was at a place. I was in Jacksonville last weekend. Saturday night I went to go to a place called Illusions, which is like
Right.
a bar and grill kind of place.
Right.
My cousin was DJing that night, so I went to go out there to take a look at it and see what the place was like. Nice place. I like it. I'll definitely go again.
Right.
And so I'm sitting at the table by myself in front of the
Hmm.
DJ booth because every
Hmm.
once in a while I'll turn back and look at my cuz. Guy
Right.
comes up and he starts talking to me.
Hmm.
And he goes, "Hey." It's like, "Hello." So you having fun? It's like, "Yeah, I'm having a good time." He says, "I can't tell because you ain't smiling." And I'm like, "What do I have to smile about?" Because I'm just people watching, okay,
Right.
and enjoying the music. So
Right.
he said, "Hey, are you single?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Are you looking?" I said, "No." He said, "Why not?" I said, "Because I don't need to."
Hmm.
I mean, for me, it's um, complicated. Yeah, that's a good word for it. Because of
Right.
my a bit, and it's not so much that I don't want to be in a relationship or whatever.
Right.
It's just that my life right now is in such turmoil
Hmm.
that I would not bring anybody in it. I could not bring anybody into my life right now. They will be drowning with all the shit I got
Right.
going on right now.
Right.
So no, I'm not looking. I know what I would be looking for. I
Mhm.
actually wrote it down. I just can't bring it off the top of my head right now. I can read it
Yeah.
though.
Right. But it's like nowadays, like you want to say, jumping in and out of bed. That's all they want to do. Oh, choosy lover.
Oh gosh. Yeah, there used to be a time where eating when a guy told another guy that he eats pussy, that guy was like, "Oh my god, you do that?" Oh, now it's like if you didn't do it, you were the anomaly.
Hmm.
Same thing with women and sucking dick. It's like, "Oh, you do that? Oh my god, that's so nasty." Now it's like if you don't do it, you're an anomaly, like you're an alien.
And
So
and behind closed door, they put a whole arm down their throat.
that part.
I'm just saying.
Now I can see there's a lot of guys that would just like take that and have that and not care about whatever else she can bring to the table.
Shit, I want more than that. I just can't. I just can't settle for that.
They want the ones with the good throat and the removable teeth.
I need more than that. I just can't take that.
I know. Well, yeah, you're a man of substance. Now you're a man wants substance. You're a man that wants substance and
Shit,
security.
who won't?
So what are you looking for? Are you looking for anything?
I ain't looking for nothing.
Oh, okay. See, so you,
I ain't
you
looking for nothing.
so you punking out just like I am, huh?
I ain't poking out, but I
no,
ain't
I
looking for
just
nothing.
no, I just didn't want a whole bunch of people in my inbox. That's all. I can be what you want, baby. No, no.
I ain't looking for nothing. What's good, Sporty? If you
Oh,
want to if you want
yeah.
to chime if you want to chime in, I can send the link now. You come on here and give your thoughts on this topic. What we talking about tonight?
Oh, she said she's looking. Hey, come on on the
What you
air and
looking
tell us
for?
what you're looking for.
What you looking for? What she looking for? Mhm. So
Let's see if I can find it because I was on a dating site one time and I literally wrote down because I actually sat down and thought about it, which for most people I'm pretty sure is kind of weird. Sensitivity, respect, loyalty, honesty, money, respect, heavy on that with a sprinkle of food stamps. So she's all about respect, apparently.
mhm.
I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Sometimes it's like that.
It's hold on.
I'm looking for the because I
What you
know
look?
I wrote it down. I
What you
wrote it
looking
down.
for?
I'm looking for the. Oh, here it is. Okay, I found it. Okay, so um, I actually sent this to a friend of mine.
Uh huh.
Um, okay, now keep in mind this is 2018.
Read what she just
Okay,
said. She said her significant other cheated on her 10 times. I'm not trying. I'm not looking for nobody. For real.
wait, hold on. So after what happened after the
Damn.
first time?
You hold on. You let her cheat on you that many times? God damn.
Because I'm going like after the first act. What happened the other 9 times? I don't know. After the first one, I would be like looking at them all sideways. Okay, so the gentleman I am looking for, hold on, will be open, honest. Let's try it again. Remember, 6 years ago. Okay. Oh. Yeah.
Oh, you
Sometimes,
just got up and left.
sometimes
That's
you gotta
good. That's good. That's good.
save your mental health for real. Okay, so this is
I
what I
sent I sent that link to your inbox. You can come on and say what you got to say, but you ain't got to show your face if you don't want to.
yeah,
Just
you can
click in
definitely
and come on in.
be our guest. And don't forget to share the podcast onto your page so your friends and your friends' friends.
Damn, well, that's a long time. 13 for that.
11 years. Shoot, after 11, let's see, my 11th anniversary. Oh, I have a whole
She
box
said
of
you don't have enough of tissue for me.
yeah. I
Hey,
can believe
you
it.
ain't got you. Don't use tissue. Use your shimmy. Use a
Chamois.
shimmy.
You use a chamois. You're telling her how to use a chamois. It's funny. It is more absorbent though. Okay.
She used use a
Oh,
shimmy.
okay. So it
That
was
should have dropped all the tears.
okay. So it was your wife
If you got it.
who says LGBTQ ABCDFG NLP. I don't even know her and I like her. Okay, so this is what I put. Like I said,
Uh,
keep in mind this is 2018.
right.
Um, the year after my divorce was final.
Mhm.
Um, the gentleman I am looking for will be open, honest, and truthful with me. I would like a man who is affectionate but not clingy, kind but not naive, confident but not arrogant, and someone who is very much in tune with who he is and who is honest with himself about his own emotions.
Right.
I am a straightforward person, no chaser, so I expect nothing less from him.
So, what is that you writing to the? You writing that to the universe or something?
Huh?
Was you writing that to the universe or something?
Oh no, I'm serious. I literally have wrote it down. That's basically the basics. I mean, the only other thing that I would actually ask for is please be smart, please be relatively intelligent, and if you can't play tennis, if you can't verbally play tennis with me, don't
Right.
don't try. I have a very extensive vocabulary.
Right.
I can tell you to go to hell in a way that you would look forward to the trip.
Right. So let me ask you a question. What's your form of security?
My form of security,
Yeah.
me, myself, and I, all three of us
I
work.
mean security and somebody else and a significant other. What's your
Oh, you mean
security?
what would I provide as security?
No, what's your security? What your security you may want in that person or what in you? What it is?
Oh, what would I want out of
Hmm.
that person as far as being secure is concerned?
Yeah, your security. What security is to you?
Oh, security to me is being, I would say, emotionally balanced, financially literate, please, and you know, yeah, basically it. I mean, reasonably intelligent,
Hmm.
emotionally balanced, and financially um, stable. Financially literate. Because honestly, in this uh, day and age, to say somebody would be financially stable is kind of a hard thing to say because
Hmm.
everything is changing. The prices are going up. People's rate, the rate of pay is not. The minimum wage is not going up. A lot of people aren't getting what they deserve when it comes to working,
Right.
especially when you talk about the disparity between men and women and how much they get paid. So
Right.
you can't really say, "Oh my gosh, yes, you have to be financially stable," because financial stability is so fluent. It's
Right.
it's so dynamic that One moment you can have the best job in the world and you've been there 20 years, and next thing you know, they can close up shop and take your pension with it.
Right.
I did learn something about that though. You can't have your own pension, and if a job closes, they can't take it. So
They can't take it.
I did learn about that. Um, but yeah, for me, I provide humor because
Mhm.
I'm funny, and I know I'm funny. Some people get my humor. Most people look at me like, huh?
Right.
Um, I can hold an intelligent conversation. Otherwise, you wouldn't have me here.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I can work. I mean, I have a job. I love my job. I do very well at my job. I am going to school to improve my financial situation
Uh-huh.
because I found that even though I am making more than the average pharmacy technician,
Right.
given the economy and my
Right.
expenses, I'm not making enough.
Right.
So I am willing to put myself out there and learn what I need to learn
Right.
in order to better my situation. So
Right.
I bring that tenacity to the table too. And I'm a Capricorn. I mean, come on. Everybody wants a Capricorn.
Not everybody.
Oh, shut up.
Not everybody.
Yes.
Oh,
Hey.
not everybody want that.
Hey, don't be bad because you only get 1 year and we get two. But
Huh?
hey, I said, don't be mad because you only get 1 year and we get two.
Mm. Not everybody want certain signs. I
Yeah,
want in it.
that's a.
Certain signs I don't like. That
No,
ain't that
I
ain't
got you.
compatible with me though. Some signs that ain't compatible with
Wait,
me.
what are you?
I'm a Libra.
Oh, well, Libras aren't bad. Libras are even tempered usually. They try to look at both sides of the situation, and they really don't like the fight. But if they have to, they will.
Hmm.
And they usually are even tempered. It just depends on who they're with.
Hmm.
I will say that Libras and Capricorns are, yeah, kind of sort of okay. Libra actually tries to get the Capricorn to relax a little bit, and the Capricorn try to get the Libra to, like,
Hmm.
buckle up and, hey, so he's like, you're all work and no play, and I'm like, you're all play and no work.
Right. Right.
But anyway, that's I can actually say that that's what I would bring to the table. Basically, I'm stubborn, but I'm not unteachable. Like I can learn, and I learn passively actually because I watch people and I observe more. I observe more than people realize.
Do you know how to cook?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
heck, if my mom didn't volunteer us to cook, I would have never learned.
Right.
Yeah, mom said, "Hey, here's a book. What's this? It's a recipe book. Make dinner." Oh, okay. Yeah, I was
So
like
you have to learn.
13. I was like 13, 14, something like that.
You had to learn at a young age.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
how you have to learn.
that and the fact that I was greedy. So of course I was gonna learn how to cook for myself.
Right.
Trying to get this size like starving, that's for damn sure. I am a
So
beautiful, voluptuous woman.
some okay, like to the topic, like some I don't heard like sitting certain places. I heard women's talking, and they all about, oh, the nigga got to do this, and the nigga got to do that, and do this and do that. You got to pay this and do this and give me this and give me that. Like I'm listening, like what the fuck going on? What
Hey,
world? What fantasy world they living in?
hey, everybody's got a preference.
And then you look at them. That's why they always by themselves. But I'm looking at like, she talking about she don't even look like that type of person to be want somebody to do this and do that for them. Man, they be living in a la la land, man.
But you know what? There's 8 billion people on this planet. There is somebody who will do that. They
Yeah,
just
they
gonna have a
do.
hell, they're just gonna have a hell of a time trying to find them. That's all.
But it ain't gonna
Because
work.
they're rare.
It ain't gonna work. Not everybody just want to pay bills now.
Well, true. That's true.
Not
But then
everybody just want to pay
that,
bills.
honestly, you would be surprised. There are a lot of guys out there that. But see, the thing is that they have to be within the area that you're in or the circle that you're in. Like I
Mhm.
always say, if you want to find a mate, you need to go where you like to do. You got to be doing the things that you like to do. So if you like to read, you go to the library or go to a bookstore, you
Mhm.
know. If you like to ride bicycles and compete, you go and hang out at a bike store or you enter cycling races. Same thing with running, you know,
Right.
enter running races. If you like crafts, you can walk
Right.
around uh, Michael's or what's the other one, Hobby Lobby,
Right.
or you know, there are a lot of different clubs and groups and stuff that you can join
Right.
that will have the people, and you'll meet them there, and heck, you already have one thing in common.
Mhm.
You like dancing. Good. Go over there and join a ballroom club, or go learn how to tango. Pretty sure you meet somebody there, and like I said, you already have one thing in common.
Right.
And then you just ask them, okay, well, what do you bring to the table besides dancing? Yeah,
Some
hey, Spotty, that's a good question. We should get her up on here. Hey, Spotty, are you still with us? What
nah,
What do you think that you bring to the table for your potential mate?
she done signed up. I think she done got
Oh,
off.
she, uh,
Yeah, because I don't see the on the eyeball.
oh, okay. That would have been
Yeah.
cool
Right.
because
Well,
then we would have had a different point of view because you're talking about an LGBTQ couple, so they may have different ideas of what sex, substance, and security is.
mm, mm. Like and that thing there. I know the women's them. They get multiple jobs just to please the woman. That
Yeah.
I know. I done seen that. That I know they do.
Okay. I I have no experience with that, unfortunately.
They just think working, paying bills, buying her what she want, keeping her happy is what love is all about. That's not what it's all about.
Well, well, hold on. You have to remember different people have different perspective on things. Um, it might not be what love is about for you or me, um, but there are people out there that believe that.
So what you think? Buying gifts and stuff is love?
For me personally, no.
That's not
Heck,
that's not
my
love.
my my ex husband took 18 years to remember my birthday. So that would like automatic if that was the case, then that would automatically rule out that he didn't love me. Yeah, 18 years. The 19th year we were married is when he remembered my
That
birthday.
ain't love.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If giving gifts and recognizing things was the basis of love, then he didn't love me at all. Not
Yeah,
not
you
having
ever
to
you ever
remember my
been you ever been
birthday
in a
18
relationship with
years.
somebody? You ever been in a relationship with somebody you about them stuff, and right after right after you buy them, y'all got into an argument. Y'all always get into an
Thankfully,
argument. They'll
thankfully,
they'll
no.
they'll cuss you out, and they'll say all kind of shit.
Uh, I don't know why anybody would do that, but no, thankfully, I've not had that experience.
You ain't never
Thankfully,
had you never been with nobody like that before.
because the thing about me is, even though I'm a Capricorn, I am sensitive. Don't let that get around. Um, I actually like I said, I actually pay more attention to things than a lot of people realize.
Uh huh.
For example, one of my closest friends here, his birthday was early last month.
Uh huh.
And so, um, and of course, he's the kind of guy that's like, oh, I tell people don't buy me anything because I'm probably not gonna wear it,
Right.
and I know that I already know this about him. Okay,
Right.
so what I got him for his birthday was not only something that he really liked and he really enjoyed, but it's
Right.
something he never had. And I'm really
Right.
proud of that because he has a lot of stuff. He's
Right.
the kind of guy. He has the job. He has the money. He can go and do whatever he wants to. Um, and he has a lot of things that most people already have. So I was like on the moon because I found something that not only did he really really like, but he didn't have it.
Right.
So I've never had a problem with giving gifts to people because I'm very intuitive when it comes to their core personalities. So, you know,
Right.
I never had a problem with giving anybody a gift. So thankfully, I haven't had that. Oh my God, I don't like this gift. Ew. No, I didn't get into an argument with anybody. Matter of fact, I'm so weird.
You ever been with somebody that you buy them gifts, but then when it's your turn to receive gift, they don't want to spend the money.
Nah,
They'll start an argument for them not to be able to
so they
do
wouldn't give
nothing
you
for you.
gift. Well,
You ever been with
thankfully,
somebody like that?
no, thankfully I haven't had that experience either. But you also got to remember that I was married for 24 years,
Hmm.
so I've only been divorced for almost 7,
Hmm.
and I haven't been in any deep relationship like that
Hmm.
in the last 7 years. I mean, I've had relationships, but I haven't had that experience. Um, thankfully.
Right.
um, and interestingly enough, I'm not really much. I mean, I don't mind getting gifts, but for me, it's not a deal breaker. And I guess it's probably because I've never been spoiled like that. I know there's some people out there that expect a gift every time a holiday rolls around, or every time their birthday rolls around, or
A,
or
a
they
just
expect
a
they
just
expect
because a just
right,
because gift.
right. I've never been that kind of person. Like when somebody gives me something, and especially if it's something that I like, I'm very grateful because I don't get gifts. Like we have this thing in our family
Right.
where if you're over 18, you don't get anything else. Like Christmas, birthday will probably go
Right.
out, treat you to dinner or something like that. But as
Right.
far as like Christmas is concerned, once you hit 18, nah. Now I'm different because my parents are different.
Hmm.
They still give me and my sister money for Christmas
Hmm.
and birthdays,
Hmm.
you know, because they can. I mean, I'm thankful for it because
Hmm.
it's not much, but it's enough. Works for
Right.
me. I buy my own birthday gift.
Right.
Um, and so yeah, I've been lucky to
Hmm.
have those kinds of parents, but they're I don't expect it though.
Right.
So for me, I'm like, hey, y'all are retired. Y'all earned this money. Y'all don't have to give it away. I'll take it,
Right.
but you don't have to do that. And they know
Right.
that. They
Right.
know that. And for me, I haven't been able to really help, give stuff to my kids up until recently, because I've been surviving until I got down here. Then I can actually like give my kids gifts. But my kids are 15 and 17. So they haven't reached that. And my son will be 18 this year, but I'll still get him gifts because he'll be a
Right.
senior. He'll be a senior in high school. So
Right.
have you been in those kinds of situations though?
Shit, I've been in them, man. You'll give a motherfucker a gift today, and within 30 minutes to an hour, they cuss you out like a dog.
Wow. The
You know what I'm
hell.
saying? I've been in that type of situation. They try to, you know what I mean? Shit.
And
I
then
had, I
yeah,
stopped giving them.
well, and that's what I was gonna say. And then it gets to the point where you just stop giving them, and then it gets even worse because now you're not doing anything. And wow. Oh yeah, that reminds me. You didn't say what you brought to the table. What do you bring to the table? What are you looking for? What do you bring to the table?
I bring all or nothing,
All or nothing.
all or nothing. You know what I
So
mean? If
yeah.
I see what she on and how she rocking or whatever, then that let me determine what I could be able to put my all here in one egg, all my eggs in one basket.
All right. So okay.
Now, if I know she ain't really doing nothing, then I can't put my eggs in that one basket.
Okay. So what's your definition of security then? What do you consider security?
Um, we doing it together first, and she's saving money, and we both take care of things that need to be taken care of together. Everything that do we done do together, and and you know, that we both got money together, and you know, things that we ain't got the rainy days come, we ain't got to go get a raincoat.
Right, right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, okay. So that's financial security. What about emotional security? Or
And shit, most security, a lot of that you got to give a lot of that because a lot of these people nowadays is emotional.
hmm?
You could be
Well,
just joking with them and say something just you know something to joke. They take it serious. So you really can't really like a lot of people these days. They really emotional though. You can't really.
um,
I can't give them
what
no
what
emotional security without that
what
bullshit.
do you what do you consider emotional?
Like I'm saying, you got some people that's really emotional. You can't play with them. Like you know, y'all could be joking and you could say a certain thing. They get mad.
Well,
They get emotional
sounds
about
like
that.
that sounds like a conversation that needs to be had before that. But you know, people get emotional. It depends. I guess it just depends on the subject matter, really. So okay, so emotional security, but that's not what I mean by emotional security. I'm talking about security in the relationship itself. Like, hello, don't cheat on her, don't cheat on him. That's that kind of
Yeah, all that's in play. You know, all that's gonna be in play. You know, as long as you know that person is for you and you for that person, that's going to be official. You ain't got to go out.
yeah.
You know what I mean? As long as you mold them to the mold them to your liking, you good.
Or
You got
or
stuck on
what?
that one. You got stuck
I'm
on
like,
that one.
I'm just like, you know what? What if, this is a question. What is the question? What if there is something that she needs you to be molded for?
Yeah, we can talk about it. Whatever it is, we can talk about that.
Okay. All right. So you are
And you
willing.
know,
You're
and,
open. You're
yeah,
open
yeah,
minded.
yeah. And if it's something that you know I can rock with, then we could do it. But other
Yeah.
than that, if it's some bullshit, that's out the door.
Yeah. Well, I guess it really depends on what the bullshit is. Because I can't see you hanging from the ceiling fan with your nuts down.
Man. Nowadays, a lot of shit these women want nowadays, man. That shit crazy,
Dude,
man.
dude. Boy, I tell you.
For example, like okay, I know, okay, you involved with somebody, right? And they had a party. You go to their party,
Okay.
and you get there, and then next thing you know, they think you talking to different people, but you really ain't, right?
You're
But
just mingling.
then,
You're just mingling, right?
yeah, then they hugging on all type of niggas and shit, and then after that, no, then they get on the microphone and they shout out everybody except for you, and you supposed to be their man. So what you think about that?
Um,
How would you feel if somebody did that to you?
Honestly, I'd feel disrespected.
You'd be disrespected, right?
Absolutely. Matter of fact, there was an actual situation that I was in where I literally had to, like, look, I'm here with somebody. Yeah, don't stop. um, yeah, because that's yeah, that's it. That's how we're disrespectful. Like,
Right.
I was at an event and we're all just hanging out, chilling, eating, listening to music, whole nine. And I'm actually a guest of somebody who's helping out. Okay. So the only reason I'm there is because he's there. Okay. Um, and so, and somebody actually it was two people in his circle of friends that tried to talk to me.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, if I was there on my own recognizance and that other person was not there, I probably would have talked to him. But I was like, hey, look, I am such and such guest. And so, yeah, I don't think that's a good idea for us to be talking like this.
Right.
And, and I'm trying to reiterate this. And of course, unfortunately, guys can be persistent. So I basically spent the rest of the afternoon avoiding them. But I wanted to, I put that out there so that they know, yes, I am a guest of somebody that is a friend of yours.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm not going to disrespect my friend by sitting here and saying, conversating with you,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and yeah, so yeah, that is, I consider it disrespectful. And I wasn't even dating the guy. Okay. I mean, we were really good friends. We went to school together. Well, not together. We went to the same school.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a good time out there.
Right.
But no, I wasn't gonna sit there and talk to somebody else um, just because y'all want to talk. No, because I'm a guest of this person, and I'm not gonna sit here and do that. So if
Right.
somebody was at a party and they're shouting out everybody and just plain out avoiding the date, and they're
Right.
supposed to be dating,
Right.
yeah, no, no, that's just definitely disrespectful.
Right. There's a lot of people that do that out here in these streets nowadays. They very disrespectful. They show their ass out in front of their family and do all kind of bullshit.
It's yeah. I mean, unfortunately, it's because it's I don't know if it's a generational thing. I don't know if it's a home training thing. I don't even know if it's um I don't even know anymore because like I said, and I really hate to say this because I am older than a lot of people that we come on, but
Mhm.
it has not been the same
It
since
ain't
at
the same.
least the midnight. It's at least the mid 90s. It has not been the same.
It ain't the same. Everything is different nowadays.
I mean, like, oh my gosh, everything is just flipped over 180. And the interesting thing is that it's like history is repeating itself, um, but in a different way.
Like
Because
like the day I had one of my partners called me today. He was talking to me like, man, such and such, such man. I got his baby mama tripping on him, and he he telling me some shit. I'm telling him, I say, man, listen, man, you got to look past that shit, man. I said, I've been through all that. I say, you got to look past that shit. I say, you can't let that shit bother you. But man, I gotta say, man, listen, I'm telling you, man, let that shit,
make,
don't let it
make,
bypass that shit.
make like Elsa and let it go.
You know what I mean? And it's like he just like he wanna like he still just wanna get revenge. I say, man, when you trying to really fuck somebody over, that shit never happen. I say you gotta be better than that, man.
Yeah. I mean,
And I had to
sometimes
I had to school him
really,
just that quick and let him know, like, man, you can't do that, man. You gotta be smarter than that shit, and you gotta be, yeah, man. I say you ain't got no problem, nothing wrong with you. You know what I mean? She got somebody, and it's seem like you still trying to be there. You know what I mean? You gotta let it go.
and that's where the emotional intelligence comes in because you have to get to a point where you're tired of being angry and tired of being upset and tired of being hurt.
Hmm.
And at that point, you got to move on.
Right.
So you did a good thing by at least putting it in his brain. Now, if he pays attention to it or not, that's entirely up
I
to
had
him.
to,
But at least you
I had to
said
school him. I had to school him a little bit.
that's good. That's good. See, you do have a good head on your shoulders. There's something you bring to the table right there. You actually have a bit of maturity up in your butt.
But
Look at you.
sometimes I could be a motherfucker too, right behind that though. But I just
Well,
try to tell the same thing.
but you know what though? That's all situational. I mean, if somebody gonna come, like I always said, if you come at me twisted, I'm coming back at you crooked.
Hmm.
If somebody coming at you and they all bass backwards, you gotta straighten them out
Right,
because again, you're not gonna let somebody disrespect you like that.
right.
Butler, Miss Butler, Audrey.
Mm-hmm.
I like the spelling of that name. That's kind of cool.
Audrey Butler.
Audrey, you see our topic for the night. What you bring to the table, sweetie, or what you gonna bring to if you're single? What you gonna bring to the table? I didn't say anything.
She saw the waving hand.
Oh, why doesn't it show up on your thing though? That's
I
weird.
see it. I see it. I don't know why you ain't see it.
No, I'm looking on the screen. It's not showing
It's
up on
there.
my screen.
It's there.
Oh, there it is. Wow,
It's
that was
there.
weird.
It's
That
there.
should have came up way faster than that.
I told you it was there. She said, "I am the table." Yeah.
I know. She's having
So
somebody's
that
gonna be
mean
having her for
that
dinner.
mean that mean you the breadwinner then. That mean you do everything.
That she said me, myself, and I. Just like I say, me, myself, and I. Right.
I am the table.
I've heard a lot of people say that though. Like, what I bring to the table? No, I am the table.
She said absolutely. She absolutely.
Yep.
She do everything.
Yeah.
I'm finna show you something. I'm finna share something with, and you tell me
Oh,
what you think. We were just saying something about what we talking about, but will you tell me what you think about this when you see this? I'm finna
oh, get on
share
me.
something.
Ah.
Hold on. This is ain't what I'm trying to do.
Let me
Hold on.
share. I forgot to share the page.
Uh, this is something. This is what I want to share. Hold on. This right here. What you think about this? I'll put it here. Hold on. I'll pause it. Because some of the stuff that you just said is what he's saying. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on.
And a lot of people be like, oh, demands change. You were not able to love properly if you don't change. And a lot of people be like, the man's supposed to change for the woman. No. If you love that person, both parties change. Love is not about giving you money, flowers, chocolates. It's not paying for a trip that you go take that's gonna last for 5 days and now you back at the house arguing. That is not love. You know what I'm saying? And I think this generation, they don't understand what love really is. Me personally, I've learned what love truly is. And if I love a person, I'm gonna change for that person. Whether it's me stop being selfish towards her, whether it's me not seeking attention from other people or validation from the world and focus on the person that I love, it's gonna require sacrifice, change. I cannot stay mad at you because I love you. Not saying that everything gonna be perfect, because it's not. But because I love you, I'm gonna have patience. Because I love you, I'm gonna have long suffering. The things that you try, because I see that you love me and because you changing your actions towards me and what I said hurt me, you changing your actions, I'm gonna stick with you. And I'm not saying stick with somebody because you love them and they continue to do wrong. If a person continues to do you dirty over and over, even when you have said that this is not right and it hurts me and they continue to do it, that's not love. Love is not gonna continue to hurt you, baby.
That's right.
Love ain't gonna continue to lie to you or seek attention or validation from her friends or from his friends or from Facebook. That ain't love. And anybody can give you money, anybody can take you on a trip. That's attributes of love. Anybody can show that type of love. But real love gonna require sacrifice. And when you understand that, you gonna love different. Love demands change.
So what you think about that?
Facts. Facts. All facts. Love is a choice. You have, when you have that, the first love is that little infatuation thing, like, oh, you got the little heart shapes in your eyes, and you want to write,
Mm-hmm.
me plus you and all that stuff. That's the
Mm-hmm.
first stage. The second stage is when you find a deeper understanding of where they come from, and you kind of like, it's like, hey, I think I want to hang this guy around for a little while. But
Right.
love, actual love, is a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Love is a choice. You choose to do the things that you know your partner likes, um, despite your own reservations.
Mm-hmm.
And he hit the nail right on the head, because that was one of the things, believe it or not. And you know how they always say, "Oh, you ain't got no man. How can you tell? You just got divorced. How can you say these?" Because I learned these
Mm-hmm.
things. One of the things a lot of people don't realize is that, yes, I am single. Yes, I am divorced. But I the reason I'm single after my divorce is because I learned a lot in my
Mm-hmm.
marriage, and
Right.
I'm not going to make those same mistakes that I made in my marriage. And that was, I won't say that was one of them, because I've always been a giving person anyway. So that was something that I never had a problem with. I've always, known that if someone, if I wanted to love somebody, I have to think outside of myself. And that's really all it is. It's thinking outside of yourself. Um, and a lot of times, believe it or not, when you really, really care about somebody and you start doing a lot of the things, and they begin to show their appreciation for the things that you do,
Right.
that makes you feel better than getting stuff yourself. I ain't
Right.
gonna lie. For me, anyway. And that's why I said I've never really been spoiled about, somebody giving me gifts and stuff, because I've always been that type of person. I would give somebody a gift and they were like, "Oh, thank you. It's so sweet. It's so great. I really love it." And I'm like, "Oh, that makes me feel so good."
Right.
So that's how I am.
Right.
It didn't matter if I got a gift or not.
Right.
So love is a choice.
Yeah, it
A lot
is.
of people have to learn that.
It is.
And hopefully before the end of the earth comes.
And at the end of it ain't never no end of this earth, man. This earth gonna keep. This earth gonna always be forever. That's why. Let me tell you something. How you know this earth is a recycling? Because a lot of places where it used to be things there, it been covered up, like like the grave sites and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Years don't went by, and stuff been
Hmm.
they done covered it up. And then when they go to
Yep.
digging to make things, that they find graves and stuff there.
Oh
Because the
yeah.
people that used to maintain that, they all dead and gone.
Yeah.
So it's not never no end of this world. It's gonna keep going. When we
No
go,
longer.
we just passing through. That's all we doing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one of the things that you have to wonder about, though. Um,
No,
but hey, that's another interesting thing, about bringing to the table, because a lot of people don't really talk about religion and spirituality,
right.
when it comes to relationships.
Mhm.
But that actually weighs a ton in a relationship. I mean, if you come into a relationship and all of a sudden you figure out that that person isn't on the same spiritual level as you are, or don't, like if you're Catholic and he's Jewish, um, how
Right.
you gonna work that? How you gonna work that out? I mean, those are the things you really got to talk about when you talk about bringing things to the table.
But when you love somebody, it'll work itself out.
Mm,
It'll work
yeah,
itself out. It'll work itself out.
yeah. I mean, for the
It'll work
most part,
itself.
again, love is a choice. So you make a decision. You talk about it. You make a decision, and hopefully, it's a decision that works best for both parties.
Right. But it'll work itself out eventually.
Yep, yep.
And
Sometimes sometimes it's compromise. Don't be like the other
compromise,
kid.
compromising in what?
Well, I mean, it just depends on the situation. Um, because, like I said, you have to have that discussion, to see, which would work best for the group as a whole, not benefiting one person over the other. You know,
Right.
thankfully, both of me and my ex-husband were Baptists at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he is now because I haven't seen him in 7 years, so I have no idea. And I've changed my religious. I won't say religious. It's kind of it's not really religion. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
spirituality, but it is religion based, I guess. If that makes any sense, because a lot of spirituality is based on the Bible and God anyway. So there's that. Um, but yeah, you really have to have that conversation on uh, basically what will take us forward, which area that we can compromise so that we will move forward as a couple. And that's thinking outside of yourself, which goes back to love is a choice.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So that bringing that part of yourself to the table. A lot of people don't like to talk about that between between sex, politics, and religion. Those are the three things that are like the hardest thing to talk about, especially like for me, as far as politics is concerned. It's hard for me to talk about politics because I've never really been a big fan of politics. I've never. Um, it was only recent, I would say, in the last maybe 10 years that
Right.
I've really started following politics to a point where I would actually, participate fully. Now I did, vote in the regular, primaries and general elections and whatnot,
Right.
but paying attention to city council, judges, things like that, that's actually come across in the last 10 years, which is kind of sad, of course, because
Mm-hmm.
that means I really started getting into it when I was 44.
Right.
But you also have to have that kind of being one accord on that respect as well.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of that you find out while you're still dating, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I
It's some.
couldn't,
It's
yeah,
somebody sent me something that like that matches what you said to me. I keep dating and dating and dating and dating. So this lady, she was dating all these mans, and she was sending she was taking a picture of all the men she done dated.
okay,
All the men she dated, she took pictures of them.
good. But see, here's the thing now. A lot of people, when I say date a lot of people, they automatically think that you're going to be sleeping with all these people. And that's not what I'm talking about. Sex is not even, when you're talking dating, sex is not even supposed to be in the equation yet. I mean, you can talk about it, but as far as like, well, I already know what you think about that. So
I ain't thinking about it. I'm just saying, shit. In reality, y'all gonna end up. You could, eventually
eventually
that
it's going to
person
happen.
gonna
No
sleep
doubt.
with she gonna sleep with all of them who she dating. I don't care what nobody say.
I would I wouldn't sleep with all of them, but
Trust me.
or at
Trust
least
me.
one. Hey, just sleep. What does it say? I try anything once.
Trust me. If you go okay, if you feel like why date all them people and then you got to keep date multiple persons, so you might as well just date one at a time. Like, well, let's see where that
Well,
go. If it don't work out, boom, then you cool off, then you go at the next one. Because if you keep dating at all of them at one time, you're gonna end up sleeping with all of them.
yeah, but see, that's the thing about it is like you're not dating a lot of people at the same time.
That what you said? That what you said the other
No,
day?
no. I'm talking. You're dating a lot of people. Yes. However, you're not going to be sitting there and dating 4 or 5 people at once. Maybe two. Maybe two. Me, I don't have the brain for that, unfortunately. I have ADHD. I can only do one at a time. But it will, it has to get to a point where you feel comfortable having sex with this person. Um, and then when you do, if it's a deal breaker, then you have to be mature enough to break that deal. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, I mean, true story. Okay. I actually had sex with somebody long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We were talking, we were hitting it off, we were checking, we were talking to each other. I mean, it was great. Okay. And then We eventually had sex, or I should say, we attempted to have sex.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go into detail about that. I was a senior in high school,
Right.
and I had to literally tell him, "I'm sorry, this is not going to work out." I mean, I had more maturity in that moment than I had ever had at any other time up until that point. Um, and I was scared because I didn't think. Now we were actually supposed to be going to a special event together. I was actually his date at this particular event.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with the Men of Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I was his escort for that, but I literally had to tell him that we couldn't do that. It was the hardest thing. Up until that point, it was the hardest thing I ever done in my life. But at the same time, that's what you have to do. You'd be dating A and B, and if you have sex with A and you don't like A, then you got to tell A that you don't like A. Or if you have sex with B and not A, and you don't like B, it's basically having the maturity to not only be rejected, because there is a time where somebody will say, okay, yeah, this isn't going to work. You have to have the maturity to be rejected and
Right.
to reject.
Right.
So that's why.
Mhm.
That's why the thing about dating multiple people is you have to have that level of maturity to be able to do that, because you're talking about the rest of your life. I mean, if you're looking to be with somebody for the rest of your life, you got to put in the work.
Right.
So
So I guess we're running out of time. Like anybody that's watching, they could please share the live for us. And I'd like to
yes,
thank you, Ebony, for coming on here tonight with me.
thank you.
Felt
I
like
know I've been spotty at
you've
best, and I
been missing the
apologize
action. You've
because
been missing the action.
yeah, it's kind of hard to do this a full-time job and school.
So
So,
what I
but
mean. Thank
I
you
do
for,
my best. I do my
yeah, thank
best.
you for coming on with us, chiming on with
Thank
us tonight. Everybody share the live, and I appreciate it.
yes,
Good night to everybody, and thank you for
and
chiming
don't
in on the
forget,
Be Yourself Keep It Real
always,
podcast.
absolutely, always be yourself and keep it real. You're right here.